I'm freaking tired, man. But day one has been completed of the polyphasic sleep experiment. And you know what's insane? Despite me being pretty tired right now, yesterday I didn't even get in my full 4.5 hours sleep. I only slept for 3 hours because I tried to sleep for the last time slot from 10 p.m. through to 11:30 p.m. but I just couldn't sleep. I was just laying there like, is this what it's gonna be like? Is this what it's gonna be like, little Mike? Its name is Mike. Yeah. I feel like because of how I've set the times when I sleep and when I wake up, I've got it so I feel like the new day is starting at 7:30 a.m. Despite me being awake throughout the whole of the night time, in the early mornings of the day, it just feels like
the last night's day.
You see, this morning, I was about to go to sleep at 6 a.m. and it was still dark outside. It was slowly about to get light. I could see that there was a warm bluish glow outside. And then I went to sleep and I woke up at 7:30 a.m. and it was nice and bright. And so in my body, I feel like I'm just going to sleep at 6 a.m. waking up at 7:30 a.m. and that would be the transition state for the new day. Despite me feeling super tired, I'm actually feeling pretty great right now. When I woke up this morning, I was yawning continuously. In fact, today I realized, I haven't been outside for a very long time. And it wasn't really a very long time, it's just since I was awake throughout the whole night, last night and the night before, I felt like, I felt the indoorsness of the whole time. You see, usually you wouldn't feel it because you'd be asleep and you're just waking up like, oh, this is just me, indoors, ooh. I don't know where I'm going with this. I need sleep, so I genuinely cannot remember where I was going with that.
I don't even remember what I was saying.
Whatever. So I felt good and I was like, I'm gonna go outside. So what better thing to do than go do a Sainsbury's shop, because I need some food. So I went and did a Sainsbury's shop. And it was awesome. I woke up at 7:30 a.m. and I looked outside and it was just like beautiful sun with rain. And there was just like the gorgeous freaking sunshine just gleaming off of the wet roads, and it just looked just awesome. Absolutely awesome. It just looked phenomenal, and I just appreciated it so much more. I don't know if that was because I'm lacking of sleep or just because I was just in a good mood. I don't know, but it was just beautiful. So I went outside and I was just trying to enjoy it. And so I left, put on my Sennheiser headphones. Not a product placement. I wish. Product placement. Like, I joke about that being a product placement, but I mean, I'm wearing Christmas jumpers in April. I'm not the kind of person that Sennheiser or Sainsbury's would sponsor.
Anyway,
I chucked on a little bit of Daughter, the album If You Leave. Awesome album, by the way, and I did leave just as I put it on. And that whole trip just was awesome. I don't know why, but it was just perfect. There was so many little things that just made that whole thing perfect. When I got to the bus stop, the bus that I wanted was approaching. Well, it wasn't there, but it was approaching. I could see it on the road. And then when I got to where I needed to be on the bus, every road I needed to cross went to red by the time I got there. And so it was just instant me crossing. So much so that even when I got to the zebra crossing, the cars just stopped being there. I didn't even need to wait for the cars to stop, because there were no cars. I could just go. It was just a surreal experience. I don't know why it was so good. Probably nothing to do with my lack of sleep, but probably more to do with the law of attraction, if anything. I bought a batch of 5 bananas for 90p. They were reduced down from 95p. Just absolutely awesome. And then for the cherry on top, you know what? This isn't even the cherry on top. I'm getting to the cherry on top. But I left Sainsbury's and I went to the bus stop. And the bus I needed, the bus that I wanted, the best bus for my situation was right there, closing the doors as I was walking up. And then he saw me, waved me over, and then opened the doors again, let me on, closed the doors, and drove off. It was like, bus drivers, when does that ever freaking happen? Never. That's never happened. Never in the history of ever has that ever freaking happened. Sleep less, guys. Life will treat you better. Here is the best part, though. I was listening to the whole album, and as I was walking up the hill, approaching my house, I was getting onto the last song of the album. And I was like, no way. No way is this possibly gonna happen. No way is this whole trip gonna be the perfect length of an album. And yet,
it was.
I got in, still listening to that last song. It was longer than expected, by the way. That's what she said. I got in, and I put away my stuff in the fridge, in the kitchen. I came upstairs and I emptied my pockets, and just as I needed to turn off my headphones and put them away, that's when, not a second less, not a second further, that's when the album ended. And it was just freaking dope. Like, what an awesome series of fortunate events. I feel amazing because of that experience. I feel amazing for just regurgitating that experience to a camera. Freaking dope, man. But yeah, seriously, I am well tired.